The sled rope pull is the best exercise I find for fixing upper body issues, but also generating strength in all of the big structural muscles of the upper body. There are only really a few ways that people get pain in their shoulders and in their necks. It's from either elevating the shoulder and then we get pain from the neck into the trap. We either roll the shoulder forward or we dive the shoulder blade in, which means we get pain next to the spine because we're not stabilizing the shoulder properly. And this exercise is going to teach the shoulder how to move properly. It's going to teach us to properly pull the shoulder blade out to the side and also depress the shoulder blade down. And the muscles responsible for that are the teres here and the lat underneath. This motion of grabbing the rope and pulling the elbow out to the side of the hip uses both of those muscles to teach the body to pull the scapula that way. And when we do that and when we teach the body to use those muscles and move in that way, we take away the over-reliance that causes the pain in either the neck, the front of the shoulder, or next to the spine. So this is going to fix a lot of those movement pain type issues. It's also a great movement for combat athletes, because a lot of what we need is either for jiu-jitsu, it's stopping underhooks or pulling the shoulder blades down. Again, we're using those muscles to do that in this exercise. But for Muay Thai and for MMA, we've got a lot of clinching, which is pulling down on the head. The stronger this gets, the stronger we are in this movement, the better we are at doing those types of things. So all we're going to do is we're going to load up a sled with weight that we need to do for whatever distance we're doing. So have this, rather than reps, we do this by distance. And all we're going to do is load up a sled so that it's just about doable to do whatever distance we're looking for. So say for example it's 2 lengths of a sled track. I want a weight which is really challenging to finish those last few meters. Okay, what we're going to do is take a wide stance, we're going to sit back into the hips, and then we're going to hinge forward. From there, I grab the rope with my palm to the ceiling and I pull the elbow to the outside. That's going to get the sled moving, but I want to then pull with the opposite hand and keep the sled moving. So once we've got the sled moving, we're going to keep it moving by going fast hands. When you start the set, you'll be able to reach further. But if you notice any clicking in the shoulders or any slight pain, what I want you to do is go less on the reach to bring the palm closer to you as you start pulling. Because a weak muscle likes to be shorter when it works, and as it gets stronger it will allow you more mobility to reach further. So if you're getting any clicking or any slight discomfort or displacement, I want you to go shorter with the pulls. That also applies when you start to get tired towards the end of a set. As the muscle tires, it's going to want to get shorter and shorter to keep contracting. So it may be that we start here with our pulls, but by the end they might be like this to be able to keep the bicep and the lat firing properly and the teres. So we want to go with how the set's going. If it's starting to get difficult, what I don't want to see is a swaying of the hips as you pull and rising of the chest. We stay down, we sit into the hips, and rather than going long pulls as we get tired, we go shorter and shorter and shorter, and we want to avoid this. So Matt's going to start by taking that wider stance. He's going to sit into the hips and hinge forward. And then he's going to start to pull fast hands one after the other. Nice long reach. And then as he gets tired, say he was getting tired at this point, he's going to shorten those pulls like this, and they'll get slower, they'll get much shorter, and that's when we're getting tired. That's the way we want to do it. I'm just going to show you in a second what I don't want you to do. So what I don't want you to do, guys, is as you start to get tired, so say for example Matt was starting to get tired now, he'll start to sway the hips and bring the chest up. This is what I don't want, because you're starting to try to cheat the movement. Instead, we sit in more, we go shorter pulls, and then we just keep the sled moving that way.